I don't know why this FC ship and all those kind of fanship in Nigeria, why they are so dumb. I have something that is coming up, and a lot of people are really, really, really thwarting the effort of Davido, trying to protect the interests of Africa and trying to, give respect to Africa. Wizkid has done it in past, where he talked to, BET organizers and said, if you are not giving me awards on stage, you forget about the awards. And right now, they've returned to giving awards backstage, and Irasta collected it because of desperation to have it in her CV. Yes, Davido came out to say, you know what? He cancels performance with 50 Cent and Mary J. Blige at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium via an Instagram story statement. And according to what I read, he said he doesn't want Africa to be disrespected. What really happened was that the performance, operation and things they actually require were not met because they are African. So he doesn't like a situation where Africans are disrespected. And a lot of people are saying that, enough fit close down to a stadium, enough fit do this one, or did this, or that. Our Burna Boys fans are really talking and all those kind of things. Whiskey FC, they are talking. We are talking about this particular thing is Davido cancelled performance, not a show. That show is going to hold, and he's not going to perform as a result of terms and condition not met for him, because they really compensated other artists from US and other parts of the world. But it comes to African artists, they disrespect them. I've seen a situation where Rema stood up and said, because I'm an African, I don't disrupt the sounds, and the sound not the sound well. But once American artists perform, you go and look for the best to actually use. These are guys standing up for Africa. So forget about you being a fan of Davido, being a fan of Whiskey, being a fan of anybody. So what we are looking at is, yes, we are looking at respecting Africa and respecting the sound and culture. That is something we feel about all of this. And a lot of people, I see a lot of people in comment section saying a lot of things. That is, it takes a level of dumbness to actually say what you are really saying, what a lot of people are really saying. It takes a level of dumbness, because when you say somebody must perform because he wants to compete with Burna Boy. Yes, I kind of understand. There is a kind of pretty competition between Davido and Burna Boy and a lot of others like Wizkid in terms of buying cars, in terms of buying jewelries and the rest. But this is about protecting the interests of Africa. So when it comes to that, Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido, they need to come together to really do that. That is something I feel. I gave commendation to Wizkid when he stood up to BET and said, if you are not giving me awards on stage, you better keep your award. And from then, BET now revisited or reviewed their policy and decided to start giving awards to African artists on stage. But in 2025, they actually returned to giving it backstage, and that is what a lot of people are really talking about. And this is quite disturbing at the time. And the likes of Davido is standing up for this, and some people are trying to shut him down because they'll be found for other people. Look at what I saw on social media, social media people, Twitter people, then the verse. He said, how do I explain to my child that Drake's small chain is $2 million, while Davido's heavy spanner chain is not even up to 500K? It depends on the quality of diamond chain that they are having, the quality of diamond that is used for that chain. That is something you guys need to actually understand. Recently, Davido acquired a heavy chain, one of the biggest, and some people are really criticizing him for that, while some other persons are giving commendations on that. A lot of people have been saying that, make you talk now. What I feel is that Davido does not need all of those things. That is something I feel that, buying those kind of expensive chain, big chain, and all those things, now old school things. The likes of Drake, we get money, they wear those kind of big chains and all those things. So I see it as maybe because they just met money that they've not seen, and they have to spend. But they need financial advisors. That is something I feel, because if you ask the likes of my Tyson, they will tell you that financial advisors, when you listen to them, you don't really miss. And if you don't listen to them, you miss a lot. But on the ground of Davido, I feel that Davido is relying so much on the future that has been built for him by his father, because Davido has a trust fund already that is running into hundreds of millions of dollars. So whether he's spending money finish, that guy is still a billionaire. And that is something you got to understand. And he's still a millionaire in dollars. That is something you got to understand. So you cannot compare the situation of Davido to the likes of Wizkid and Burna Boy. Wizkid and Burna Boy, they made money for themselves. Even though Burna Boy made $100 million, Davido made maybe, let's say, $150 million. Davido is still richer than Burna Boy because of the trust fund that is being laid by his father, that when I die, I don't want to make my children suffer. So those kind of things actually secured Davido's life. That is something I feel. But these kind of expensive cars, those kind of things, expensive diamond they buying, I don't think they need all of that. They will still grow, and they will still become matured, and then understand that those things doesn't matter anymore. That is something I feel about that. You have the need to actually give back to humanity, just like Big Gates is doing, just like Dangote Foundation is doing, and we got a lot of $10 Foundation. We got a lot of others people like $10. They only buy the cars, or they only drive the cars where Burna Boy and Davido they drive. Because when you grow, your priority changes. That is something I feel about all of this. Guys, what is your own take about this story? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at what you feel about all of this, because it is all trending out loud, and a lot of people are now responding to that, especially with the recent cancellation of performance of Davido. And then they are trying to say, when Wizkid cancel his show, a lot of people spoke about the 30 BGs and the rest. I don't want to talk in this 30 BG Davidos and all those kind of FC's fight, outsiders fight. I want you to understand something. In this situation, Davido cancelled performance, not a show, because not being get the show, and a person of Wizkid cancelled a show, so not be performance. So that is something you got to understand. Based on the reasons for Davido cancelling that show, is that African artist is being disrespected. That is, he is being disrespected, and we understand that from the Western world, especially the recent happenings again after the likes of Wizkid has spoken up for African artists at the BET, saying that yes, if you don't want to give me a BET awards on stage, you should keep your awards. And now they are back to giving it backstage. Recently, they gave Irasta her own BET awards backstage. Not because she not did the event center, or she not did the BET awards. And why the discriminations? So you as an African artist, you need to stand up. I remember those days, a person of ODG, that is a Burna Boy, actually came out to defend Africa at Coachella. He said, if you are not writing African artists in big bold letters, man, forget about it. We go leave them for now. And they went back and then did exactly what he stood up for. That is what Davido is standing up for, and that is what Wizkid is standing up for. But the likes of Irasta, they collect the award because she wants her CV to actually be big. That is something. And that kind of award, when you look at things right now, nobody is celebrating Irasta much, because that award was not given in a proper condition. So that is one thing I will encourage African artists to start doing. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. I love you guys. Keep supporting Afrobeat blog.